Hello everyone, it's Caribbean E. Welcome to the channel. Hope everybody just having a wonderful day and that your day is going good as mine and that you're in the best of health. Today I'm coming with another retirement perspective. And I think anything that deals with retirement, investments, and how you spend your money is your life. So I'm coming with another perspective. And as we look at our world and we see what's happening, even before the COVID kicked in, there was some jobs that was guaranteed and there's some jobs that are not guaranteed. And so many guys that I meet, so many guys that I see, and even some reach out to the channel thinking that their jobs are unreplaceable and that they don't have to worry about a thing. They just can go on and go to work every day and they ain't got to worry about nothing. They can spend as much money as they want to spend. They can have as much debt as they want to have, and it's not a problem. But there's something that they're not seeing. First of all, if you work for a corporation, or if you know somebody work for a corporation, or whatever company you work for, you got to remember one thing. Greed is reflected when you always want the best or more than you have, even to the point of borrowing large amounts of money. That's when you get into debt. So there's even a scripture in the Bible that says, Luke 12:15 says, be on your guard against all kinds of greed. A man's life does not consist in the abundance of his possession. So you got some people that think the more stuff they got, the more successful they are and the more prosperous they'll be. But at some point, things will happen in life that would change all of that. So, in this life, we will be faced with many distractions. As you try to retire, as you try to move forward in your financial embetterment, distractions is the same thing that the culture uses. And the culture is betting on you to be distracted as far as your financial status for the future. I wasted a great deal of money on bad investments in my life. When I say bad investments, I mean bad investments. Got me a $40,000 loan, went down there and got me a practically brand new X5 BMW from the BMW place on Sahara and Rainbow in Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay, that money that I bought in that BMW, I could have been putting that towards a savings account, 401k, or for something else. So a lot of us have made bad investments, and I have too, because I was blinded by the system like many other people are right now, taking out second loans on a house, buying other stuff that I could have done without, getting yourself deeper and deeper in debt, not preparing yourself for the future. So many people leave a lot of debt to their loved ones when they pass away. Okay? And also I want to say this, let's throw this in, and I'm going to be talking about this more. I congratulate all you that have special needs kids that you're taking care of, that you're not getting no money from the government or anybody else, that you're taking care of yourself. Because that special need child is going to need you till that child leave this earth. So I tip my hat to every one of you that are showing that love, that taking care of that child. All of you also that's taking care of those seniors that's in your life. I take my hat off to you as well, because there's a lot of them in senior citizen homes that's being abused, and there's a lot of them that's not. So many people have a lot of debt they leave a lot of debt in their loved ones. Bad investments, but I'm telling you something, bad investments is a future killer. One of your goals should be to pay off your house before retirement. And the same thing for your automobiles. Because you still got a house note and you still got a car note. Say for instance your your note is $1,500. And then say for instance your car note is $300-400. Now you got to consider that when you retire, get off that job. We ain't got to your health insurance yet, but you got to think about that, because you're not going to be making the same money when you retire as you working, as you get while you're working. Something to think about. Pay off that house, just smart stuff to do. Pay off that car. So that's less you have to worry about and deal with when you retire and concern yourself with. Or when your body tells you it's time to stop working. Your body will speak to you too. Thousands of people are stuck in that welfare trap and doesn't seem to affect them one bit. They're happy being on welfare for century after century after century. Food stamps, EBT cards, and the whole 9 yards. They simply content with that mindset. I truly believe that God has something greater, better for us than we can ever imagine or even comprehend. It's time to do something different in your life. The U.S. system is designed, listen to this, the U.S. system is designed to work you until you have a nervous breakdown. That means one person is doing the job of 5 people. Okay? You're doing the work of 5 people because they're laying off and they're cutting back. So once you have that nervous breakdown because you're carrying all this load, working at home, taking your work at home the whole 9 yards, then you have that nervous breakdown, then you're no good to yourself or others. And your job will simply replace you when you have that breakdown because you're just another number. And I don't care how good you are in your job. My union gave me, after almost 30 years, a watch and a jacket and a handshake. That's what they gave me. Weatherman. That's what they called me. That's what they gave me. So I was out the door. And because I handled my business properly, I was able to stop working and finish strong. And that's what this channel is all about, and that's what life is all about, finishing strong. And that's why I keep doing these retirement perspectives, because somebody's getting close. Okay? But remember, if you don't plan well, you'll be looking for another side hustle to make ends meet. And the more bills you have, the more work you got to do, and the long hours and the long time you will have to work and be away from your family. So what happens to the non-union worker? Because I talk to a lot of them too that reach out to the channel on social media. A lot of these guys working with these different companies, some of them are sanitation engineers or whatever jobs they got. Those are not union jobs. And they're happy to work right now, but when their body fails at some point, because they're ripping and running every day, killing themselves for a non-union job, at the end of the rainbow, they got nothing coming. And they don't even realize that because nobody have sat them down and talked to them. Yeah, you work on that job for a while, and it's good to have money coming in, paying your bills. But on the top of your brain and your head, you should be thinking, well, I need to be taking this experience somewhere else, so at least I'll have a rainbow at the end of the tunnel. A pension or something coming in after all of those years. And I'm quite sure you guys that are following this channel, especially you law enforcement guys that's been on law enforcement, God has blessed you through cycle after years, kept you from getting shot, kept your health good, and you're getting ready to retire and enjoy your life now. You're getting out of that pressure for writing all those reports, and you that work in other job fields, you got to be happy, because I'll tell you something, me as a sanitation engineer, I'm so happy waking up every day, not having to clock in and enjoying the retirement life, because it's a totally different perspective. Now, the longer hours and the more time you away from your family, that can take a toll as well. So, but what happens, again, to the non-union worker? Well, you ain't got nothing at the end of the tunnel. So you got to keep working and keep working and keep working, because you got no pension coming. You better invest in a 401k or put your money somewhere else if you're in a non-union working job, because if not, you're just asking for trouble. Now, health insurance will always is something different on top of everything else that you have to deal with when you retire. The health insurance is always something to consider when you retire, because you still have to pay health insurance. So I'm telling you to tell you this in a retirement perspective and from experience, not nothing that somebody told me or something that I heard. something that I actually live through. And I know how the system works. And I'm telling you something. When you get up out of that bed every morning and you go to that job, there's no guarantees you're going to come back. No guarantees that you're going to come back without being injured. I've seen guys go to work to get injured. I've seen guys not come home at all because of things that happened and went terribly wrong on their jobs. So I'm giving you some more tips and nuggets on another retirement perspective video that you can take some of these nuggets and use them in your life, that when you get close to retirement or you get ready to retire, you can say, wow, I did something good. I did something well. I finished strong. I'm just not on a job killing myself every day, bragging about it, barely making enough to pay bills, living paycheck to paycheck, and at the end of the rainbow, you are in a non-union job and you got nothing coming. Most of these jobs don't want to give you health insurance. Most of them don't even want to do anything for you other than what they have to do. You know why? I started this video out with a simple word called greed. And as long as you have a corporate greed or corporate company, there's always going to be a problem to you. You will not be a priority. You're just another number. And at the end of the day, if something happens to you, your body falls apart, and you don't have your financial foundation in order, you will be replaced. You'll be just another number. We'll talk about the job that you did, and that's it. And your loved ones will be, and your wife and 2 kids or 3 kids will have to stand there and fend for themselves if you haven't set them up and put them in a good place, 401k or something. So just want to share that with you, and I hope you get that knowledge and take it with you and take some nuggets, because I'm trying to come at you in ways that will get you to think outside of the box, because those are thinking inside the box will stay inside the box and nothing will ever change. They'll just run from one job to another. They'll finish this job, they get good money, make $1,000 a week, but when they retire, they won't be having all that money, and they got to get out and face the real world. I know what I'm talking about. But I'm glad that I finished strong, put some money away, and I'm a happy camper and have a smile on my face. And I'm hoping that you will do the same thing. If you need some information, you know how to reach out and touch, Google it, Facebook, all these social medias, okay, YouTube, reach out there, get you some help, find out what you need to do, that you may one day finish strong like so many other people that are following this channel. So I hope that helps. So in the meantime, between the time, always remember, life to be enjoyed. Hit that subscription, notification, and we'll see you on the next video. And again, always remember, life is to be enjoyed. And you can't enjoy life if you don't finish strong and finish well. Sorry for all the noise in the background, but I'm out here with my crib in the back and outside. I love the air, it's beautiful. Mosquitoes ain't eating me up right now. It's early in the morning and I'm enjoying life. Just had a nice cup of coffee, but I just want to share some information with you, and hopefully you can take it and it can better your life, and you can help yourself to finish strong, and you don't have to be that person that's sitting there on a bench by themselves saying coulda, shoulda, woulda. So in the meantime, have a wonderful day and peace, and stay safe.